He doesn't smile, I can't smile. When he's unhappy, I'm unhappy. I know. So I work really hard for that smile. All I need is his smile. That's it. Yep, that's it.
Welcome to SBSK. Join me as I travel around the world and interview individuals living with a condition to prove no matter how you communicate or what obstacles you face, you're always deserving of love and acceptance. So without hesitation, let's meet today's friend.
He is a human, like everyone else. His way of communication is different. But first and foremost, he is human. He has feelings like everybody else.
How much do you love Anthony?
Oh my God, he is my world. He is, don't make me cry so soon. He has truly changed my life for the better. I see love differently. The way he loves people is indescribable. And because of that, that has helped me to love people differently.
So for someone like me who's meeting Anthony for the first time, do you hope that I start a conversation and sit beside him and look him in the eye?
Yeah.
Anthony, my name is Chris, and I came here to meet you. I'm really happy I get to be here with you. I know how smart you are, not only because your family told me, but because you're communicating in your own way.
People can come to him and talk to him openly and freely, and he will respond if you have patience. If you take what you're used to and what's familiar away and just forget that and just understand that he is a person. Yes, he has physical challenges. Yes, he may not be able to sit unassisted. He maybe not be able to use his hands or walk, but you can communicate with him and he will respond. And I just want people to just give him a chance to do that.
I love how you're trying your hardest to communicate. You're communicating really effectively. Happy to be here with you, Anthony.
He'll respond to you and he'll give you glances, he'll smile, look at you, giggle a little bit. He has his way of letting you know, and you'll know. You'll know.
When everyone else around him is sad because of something that's going on, because of him, he's the only one. He'll be the only one in the room smiling. So if he can smile and get through it, then we should be able to.
How would you describe being Anthony's dad?
It's the dopest feeling ever.
And he just taught me to enjoy life while you have it, no matter what the circumstances are. So he is definitely my first love. I love him. There's really no words to really describe how much I love him. I really feel like I'm at a better place in my life because of him. Yes, he comes with a lot of challenges that need to be tended to, but he still smiles through it. I just want people when they interact with him to know that he's there mentally, he just has trouble physically. And to just give him a chance, just to see what his heart looks like and what he can offer, because his life has a lot of meaning.
And I live down in Florida with my girlfriend and my little puppy dog. My puppy's a small little thing. She's 7 pounds. And you can pick her up with one hand and hold her like this.
What you trying to tell us? You good? Okay.
Does Anthony often communicate?
He does. We do a lot with our eyes. If I say, do you want your blanket? Look at me if you want your blanket. I give him a few seconds. If he looks at me, I give him the blanket. If he doesn't, I say, okay, he doesn't want the blanket. That's primarily how we communicate.
My advice is if you don't have anything to say, at least don't stare. It's uncomfortable.
Would you prefer for someone not to acknowledge you or to start a conversation?
I'm cool with either one. It's good that if you come and start a conversation, that way we can start a dialogue, and we can I can at least let you know what's going on with him and maybe some people in his community. But if not, that's good too. But just the staring and not say anything is just, I'd rather you just not even look our way.
Sometimes people will come and they'll talk to me, and they're talking to me, but they really want to talk to him. And I'm like, it's okay. You know, he doesn't bite. You can look at him. You can talk to him. He will respond. He'll give you something to let you know, I hear you. I'm listening to you.
Was that a mini seizure, Dad?
Yes, it was.
Is that painful for Anthony? I'm smiling too, my man.
That seizure that we just seen is actually mild. That was one of his mild seizures, and it lasts for maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and he comes right out of it.
He has cerebral palsy and epilepsy. At the time of birth, he was born with HIE, which is hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy, which means lack of oxygen to the brain. He went almost 1 hour without oxygen to his brain. So scientifically, he's not supposed to be alive. However, this is my miracle baby because he stayed with me.
What's your biggest hope for Anthony?
That he can have a fruitful life. That people will love him and see him as a human. And that he enjoys the life that he has. I worried a lot that life wouldn't be fair to him. And I worried a lot that he wouldn't be happy, confined to a body that wouldn't do what he wanted it to do. So my hope is that we spread enough awareness and I'm able to tell his story so people can see that it's okay to love him and that he deserves it. He truly deserves a really fruitful life. So I really do hope, even after I'm gone, that people will still love him and feel the need to protect him from the cruelty of the world.
When no one else is around and you and Anthony lock eyes, what goes through your mind?
Normally what goes through my mind is that I'm going to try my best to be the best dad for him. Period. I also have to take into consideration his siblings and his mom. I have to make sure that his mom is, when she's weak for him, I have to be strong for him.
I always ask if I'm doing the right thing. I always say, God, is this the right move? Did I make the right decision? Is he happy with the decision? I'm always guessing and second guessing myself, always. But again, if he gives me that smile, I know, okay, I'm doing right. I'm doing right. Yes, I do. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Does Anthony understand everything around him and what we're saying?
I believe he does. I believe he does. For our actions, there will be a reaction from him.
When Anthony looks at you and smiles, what is he communicating?
I think he tells me he loves me. Because I tell him I love him all the time. I always tell him I love him. I always tell him that I'm here no matter what. I always make him comfortable in knowing that he's not alone, that he'll never be alone, that he always has me. So I feel like when he looks at me and smiles, just randomly, I do feel like he's telling me he loves me. I do. And that he's proud of me. And that he's on this road with me. And that he sees what I'm trying to do for him. And he sees that I want the best for him. And that he knows it. And I feel like when he looks at me and smiles, it just reconfirms that I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that he has what he needs so that when his final day is here, he can say, I lived a good life. My mom did everything she could for me.
I'm a more relaxed person.
Why is that?
because with Anthony, you have to be. You can't jump to conclusions. You have to actually sit there. Well, we used to have to sit there and try to figure out what's going on. Now that we know the signs, we can just go ahead and get to it. But before, we just have to be patient and figure it out.
And I have 2 babies with special needs. You know, my baby boy has autism. And so when that slapped me in the face, it was just like, oh, okay. But because of him, I'm prepared for that. Because of him, I know what I need to do. I know how I need to fight. I know how I need to advocate for his little brother. That's why I say he is my hero, because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't know how to help anyone else. I wouldn't even know how to help my own baby in there.
And if you had to describe your family to somebody who doesn't know you, what would you say?
I had to describe my family. I would say energetic, fun, and hungry.
And that's not a metaphor, right? Just
Just hungry.
I really appreciate you, Anthony, letting me sit beside you, greeting me with such hospitality, with a big smile, communicating, speaking. I really enjoyed getting to know you today.
And it just blows my mind to think I complain about so many things, but he has it way harder than I do, and he can still smile through it. So you know you're my hero. You know you're my hero.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to help SPSK grow and show the world that we all deserve acceptance and a little bit of understanding. See you next time. Are you proud of your son?
Yes, hell yeah.
For what?
I'm proud of him because he's 12. He's been through more as a 12-year-old than any adult I know. And he still smiles.